to Talking with Famous People. My name's Eric, host Eric, because I'm your host, and the host of Talking with Famous People, which is a pretty important job to have. People often come up to me and say, Eric, actually, people never come up to me and say, Eric, I'm going to get the tripod. It's early in the morning. I got up not long ago. Hi, Mean Bird. And I feel like I'm already tired. Or I guess I could easily enough go back to bed. But today's a busy day. I've got a lot of stuff to do. So I'm just going to have to buckle down, addy up, and other verb preposition combos. All right. Actually, I already completed my first chore today, which was to vacuum up the baking soda I put down on the bong water spill. Is it dark out? No, it's light out. It's 7:12 in the morning. So I was just going to be watching TV for about 45 minutes until we have to go to Oakhurst to go to the bank, and we're going to get McDonald's for breakfast as well. And I would have just been doing that right now, except for the fact that somehow, some way, Justin Peely, it's 9:13 there. You must live in, what, Central Time Zone? Somehow, some way, I've lost the mouse to the computer. I mean, how could I have lost it? 1 minute I was sitting here clicking things. Then I got up and I told Rachel a funny joke I had seen on the YouTubes. And then it was gone. I don't know where it is. It's not where I talked to Rachel. It's not anywhere around here. And it's hard for me to chill and watch TV or whatever if I don't have the mouse, because that's my remote control basically. And I mean, I put the mouse down lots of different places. I frequently carry it around with me, and sometimes I'll be standing out front playing poker with the mouse while looking through the window so I can smoke a cigarette. That's what I'll go try to do right now. Your weed plant, you put it in the potting soil with the white beads in it. Oh, that should work. That's called it's called vermiculite. I'm not sure what those. I know what you're talking about though. It's like cactus soil. That'll be fine. I mean, the thing is, any kind of potting soil is fine. Wheat's not that picky. It'll even grow if you just stick it in the ground. It just won't grow nearly as robustly. That those kind of that kind of potting soil with the white beads in it, it's high drainage pot soil, which means the roots don't stay wet as long, so you have to water more often, a little more often. But other than that, it's fine. I'm pretty sure I have another pack of cigarettes in here somewhere. Woe is me. Oh, boo. Okay. All right. Well, I guess I don't have any pack of cigarettes in there. I know I have another pack somewhere. Maybe it's in my other jacket pocket. That's possible. Anyway, obviously I'm a complete idiot because I went from looking for my mouse, which is still lost, to looking for cigarettes, which are lost. It got weak on the stem, and I watered almost every day or other. If it gets weak in the stem, you might be watering it too much. But I don't know. I'd have to look at it, I guess. Why do I always lose everything all the time? It's horrible. It's like a disease I have. Constantly lose everything disease. How could I have lost the mouse? I might, I mean, I'm sure I do have another pack of cigarettes here with cigarettes in it, but regardless of that, not that big of a deal to have lost my cigarettes because I've got like long cigarette butts like this one right here ready to be smoked. And that's fine. But losing the mouse, I mean, I can't do anything without the mouse. I can do things on my phone like this, but I can't do anything in life without a mouse. How could I have lost it? Like, what did I do with it? Where did I put it? And why did I put it there? Well, I know why I put it there. I just absent-mindedly set it down someplace. No, I don't know where it is. I'll probably just get another mouse when we're in Oakhurst, I guess. Ridiculously. I don't know what else to do, but I'm going to pull up the chat on the screen using the I don't know what they call that mouse square thing that is on laptops, It's like a mouse pad, but in a different sense of the term. What's ridiculous is one of my favorite new songs to listen to right now is What is a Juggalo by Insane Clown Posse. Somebody came in here and recommended that song to me, so they wanted me to listen to it. And I did, and I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot, I'll listen to it, but I think you're crazy if you think I'm gonna I think you're crazy if you think I'm gonna I'm gonna like it. Well, he wasn't crazy to think that. I did like it. And I put it on Choppy Tracks, and I've been enjoying listening to it. So, yeah, not that kind of mouse, unfortunately, Pretty Cat. I don't know. I did get one chore done today, which is I vacuumed up the baking soda that I poured on the bong water spill last night. Because, of course, I spilled the bong. Because, of course. What? Who is Eric? It was such a catastrophe of comedy of errors as well. It was like, um, I was doing really well in this poker tournament, right? It's a $55 one, and then all of a sudden there was a bong water spill. I went to get something to wipe it up. The thing goes ding ding ding. I push call because I got king queen of spades, but I don't really know the situation very well. The moment I should just fold it, and then everything went downhill from there. All because of a bong spill. I cannot find it for the library. Okay, well, I think it's just gone forever, but maybe not. I believe that once something's been lost for more than about 15 minutes, you just have to say, gone forever. Hi, Fox Girl. I don't know, Dustin P. Lee. It's one of those things you got to kind of, how much sun does it get? Thanks, Putty Cat. I appreciate that. Yeah. First step in Idiots Anonymous is to admit you have a problem. I do. I have a problem with being an idiot. And that problem is cursing me at this very moment. I need to put air in the tires of my car. You know, they're all low. All four of them say low tire pressure. I guess I need to check the pressure. The tire pressure gauges I don't. You have it under a light. I mean, it's a lot harder to grow under lights than it is in the sunshine. And if you have it under lights, I mean, there's a lot of different factors. Then you've got to go to the missing anonymous. No, you've got to make sure it's the right distance away from the plant, and it's like, is it in vegetative now? Is it on 24 hours? We got to make sure it's the right kind of light. I mean, did you have real hydroponic lights? I have grown under lights once before, but that was a long time ago. Good morning, Caroline. It's really easy to grow outside because, you know, plants are they're they like regular sunshine just fine, you know. I don't think the plants think that. Okay, well, that's not gonna work, dude. Yeah, I have it. Yeah, I know. I have a pumper upper, but it's easier to use the pumper upper at the boot jack gas station because it's free, and it's faster than using my rechargeable wireless one. Not wireless, but rechargeable battery powered one that I have. Thinking about getting mushrooms from the website I got the seeds from. Well, I mean, if they successfully sold you the seeds, then it might be the case that they can successfully sell you that. However, you should worry a lot about it getting intercepted in the mail because I ordered one time this totally legal snuff made out of this cactus in Africa or something like that. And when it arrived, it had a sticker on it saying like, "This has been inspected." It had been opened and then put back inside and stuff. So you got to be careful about that. And I would imagine in Arkansas is the kind of place where, although I guess if it's a mail thing, it would be a federal thing. I don't know. I doubt the feds are going to bother you over a little bit of mushrooms, but we might not receive the package. For those who don't know, ridiculously, Rachel and I accidentally intercepted like 5 pounds of weed when we sold our house in LA. I failed to put a change of address form into the post office until the day before we moved. So I had to ask the realtor to please get all the packages any packages that came up onto the step, So he collected the packages, and then months later, we got the packages from Delilah, who had months later gotten them from the realtor. And there were like multiple packages that had our return address on it from our old house, but not our name on it. So it was like Joe Smith, 320 Armada Road, Arcadia, California. Nobody had noticed when they picked up the packages. Obviously, the realtor just grabbed the packages, didn't look at them or whatever. And Delilah just thought Rachel had gotten a lot of packages for some reason. But when I saw him, oh, there's the mouse! I found it! But then but Delilah, when I got him from Delilah, the first thing I said was like, oh my God, I hope there's drugs in these packages. And there was drugs in those packages. We had got like 5 pounds of weed and 2 ounces of mushrooms. And it's not like I could do anything about it, right? I wasn't gonna go try to send it on to its rightful recipient from whoever, somebody made a dark web purchase, multiple people made dark web purchases, and this person mailed them all out, and they all got returned to my Arcadia house for the same reason: insufficient postage. I guess he didn't weigh them accurately before he put on the postage for it. So, I felt bad for the people who had bought that weed and never got it, but um, there wasn't anything I could do. It's not like I'm gonna go try to mail pounds of weed out to the people who bought it. At that point, I mean, at that point, it is already, first of all, they already complained about their lack of not receiving it, their failure to receive it, and whatever has already been dealt with. Because it was like by the time we actually opened the packages, it had to be at least 4 months later or something. Are you trying to buy weed from a guy in Jersey or New York? It's a strange place to buy weed from. I guess it's legal there now, huh? Delta 8 and 9 is legal here. And just went to court a couple days ago. I had to prove of it being Delta 9, and we're trying to get my case dropped, but the other attorney denied it to be dropped. Okay, well, why is your state so fucking weird about it? Were you driving? Did you get busted when driving or something? Am I Diddy's snow bunny? No, I'm not. Are you Diddy's sun squirrel? How about that? You be a squirrel and I'll be a bunny. So I found the mouse. Isn't that amazing? Didn't I do a great job of finding it? Well, you're his brown bunny. What does that mean exactly? Do you wear a Playboy bunny's outfit and serve drinks and stuff? I mean, good for him. Let the Canadians have hockey. I think we can handle that. Fine, Canada, you could have hockey. I mean, I think hockey's a really good sport, but I guess because I never watched it. My parents weren't into hockey at all, so it was one sport that we never watched at my house growing up. I like to watch it on TV when it's exciting, like playoff or whatever, but I don't really have any team that I care about a lot. I just kind of I've adopted Rachel's team, which is the Rangers, the New York Rangers. She may have grown up on Long Island, but she's actually a Rangers fan, not an Islanders fan. I grew up with the LA Kings, who were usually pretty shitty, but even when they weren't, my family didn't watch hockey. Eventually, Anaheim got the Mighty Ducks. How dumb was that? And then they changed their name to just the Ducks. Does everybody remember that? Originally, the Ducks were the Mighty Ducks. like, how are you gonna link your team name to a movie franchise that's guaranteed to have a relatively short shelf life? I guess what you do is you just change it to Ducks at meow date. Maybe they even maybe that was even a planned obsolescence for that first name. Who knows? Planned obsolescence. That's a interesting expression. We've got a lot to do today. We've got miles to go before we sleep and miles to go before we sleep. And the woods are meow meow, dark and deep, and I have miles to go. Wait, the woods are something dark and deep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. What makes a duck mighty versus a not a mighty duck? Well, regular ducks talk like this, quack. But mighty ducks talk like this, quack. Little known facts about ducks. It's an odd time for me right now, odd time of life, but an exciting time too. I feel like a new man, having emerged on the other side of some trauma induced mental health problems, specifically depression. Depression slash anxiety, I guess. I don't know. I feel like myself again. I'm ready to go get shit done. I mean, I'm still going to have trouble getting shit done, but it'll be for a different reason. It'll be for a better reason now. Have I ever seen any Wendigos out here? No, I've never seen any Wendigos, but this is Sasquatch country. I've not seen any Sasquatches either, but we live kind of out in the woods here, and that's where Sasquatches like to live, is in the woods. I'm pretty sure there's no Loch Ness monster around me though. There is a body of water which might, in theory, be adequate for the Loch Ness monster. It's not too far from here, but I'm just thinking probably not. Grandpa, you look like Pep Guardiola. Who's Pep Guardiola? Never even heard of that person. I like it. No, there's no chupacabras here. Gee, that's in Mexico. Maybe you might get some chupacabras as north as San Diego, but you're not going to get chupacabras all the way up here. We don't have any goats. Actually, there's lots of goats around here. Oh, he's a soccer coach. Uh, well, there is a soccer coach that I do think that I look just like. Maybe he's the one you're talking about, because I've seen a picture of a soccer coach before that looked kind of like me, but with better hair. So where did I put the mouse? I guess I just dropped it on the floor. Interestingly, I was looking for it on all the surfaces where I normally set it down, but it must have just fallen out of my pocket on the floor. Are soccer coaches good at ball handling? I don't know, pretty good. Shipping and handling. Every time I have to pay shipping and handling, I unwrap my package very carefully with gloves on because I know someone else's hands have been all over it. Stop handling my package. I write an angry letter saying, "You guys handled my package. I'm upset about it." Package handlers. Do I have children? I have one child. Hi, DDX 098. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Okay, yeah, you're right. I just barely missed your high. That was the only thing I missed. It went from Putty Cat's thing about mighty versus not mighty, and the next thing I read was ever see Wendigos out there. Okay, well, I also missed Putty Cat's. Maybe a mighty duck tastes better than a regular duck when it comes out of the oven. Or geez, why just an hour? I've missed those two as well. Why just an hour? Because we have to go to the bank in Oakhurst, and I have to be back by 10:30 for a typing session. So accordingly, what's a 30:30 or a 30:30? What's a 30:30? Now I have no son. Gee, I had one daughter, and that's it. 13:30? I don't know what that is. I have no idea what anybody's talking about. What's a chupacabra? A chupacabra is a goat blood drinking cryptid from Mexico. It's like a goat vampire. I mean, not that it's a goat that's a vampire, but that it's a vampire that drinks goat blood. Would I like having a son? No. I'm perfectly happy with having exactly the one child I have. I don't want any more children. I barely can handle having two cats. Charlie Sippos, hello and welcome to Talking with Famous People. This morning, we're collectively doing the important job of killing time until we drive to Oakhurst. Because there's no reason to get there much earlier than 9, because otherwise we'll just be waiting outside the bank. I mean, we can go to McDonald's first, I guess. Because we're planning on getting breakfast at McDonald's too. But yeah, when I get back from Oakhurst, we've got a busy schedule today. First, I've got a typing session at 10:30. Then we've got a Rachel's family video conference at noon. Then I've got another typing session at 1 o'clock. Then we have to go into town and get groceries because we're out of everything in the fridge, even though we still have a lot of freezer stuff. And then I want to get potting soil when we're in town too. So, busy day. And we'll come back here and begin our triathlon. I haven't told Rachel yet, but we're going to be running a triathlon later today. Or not just running, biking, and swimming in a triathlon. Because I just thought, if we're going to have a busy day, we might as well cram a triathlon in there too. This seems like a good idea. What do you get the potting soil for? For planting weed. I'm going to start the weed seeds for this season. I want to order more weed seeds. I might do that today as well. No, I'm not going to get ingredients for a jive turkey. I probably will get a bottle of a large jug of cheap white wine because I cook with it. And I cook with white wine more often than any other alcohol if I have my choice. Only certain things do you cook with red wine. What kind of potting soil am I getting? I'm just gonna get whatever. Steer manure blend is cheap and it's fine. Wheat's not a very finicky plant to grow, but obviously it's a lot more difficult if you're doing it indoors because you have to provide everything, not just the water, but the light as well. What I probably will do is plant a couple of seeds in pots that are going to ultimately stay in the pot because I want to have a couple of plants that I can start budding on the sooner side, like maybe May or something. Start budding them in May if I plant them now, or maybe even start budding them a little earlier than that. The reasoning being, I think we're going to run out of weed before the next harvest if I don't do that. So I'll have to do that, and we'll see how that goes. Obviously, plants stay a lot smaller, and they generally stay a lot smaller and have a smaller yield when you put them in pots than when you put them in the ground. But that's okay. I don't need to have history's biggest weed plants in pots if they're just a bridge between last year's harvest and next year's. So yeah, a lot of stuff to deal with. I want to get a painting job done in the next couple of days. Like, except for all the rooms that I've started, I want to get them done in the next couple of days. And then reevaluate and see if we're going to do any more painting. We need to start moving faster, so probably we're not going to paint any more rooms. Although I will paint the bathroom. Rachel?
Yes.
Can you be in charge of this while I go poo? Okay.
Yeah, sure. Hi, everyone. I'm just getting ready for the day. I'm putting my makeup on. Hi, Caroline. Hey, AKS. I put lipstick on before brushing my teeth. That's definitely bad TE. It's going good so far. How's your day going, AKF? Good, I'm glad to hear that. Yes, sir?
Let's write a check for the electrical bill and take it with us and mail it.
Okay.
Because the post office is right next to the bonds too.
Oh, that's true. Okay. How many of you people out here like the look of like baggy on sort of baggy? Like what I have is oversized. I'm gonna wear an oversized sweater and like straight leg jeans. And it's not really form fitting, but I'm like totally digging it. Like I really like oversized stuff with like a straight leg and like not necessarily baggy, but like not necessarily showing the waist either. You know, I didn't think it looked good on me, and then I started good on me, but then I started like taking pictures of myself in the mirror, and I'm like, oh, I actually kind of like that.
Looks fantastic.
Thanks.
Can I take this now?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Still no mouse.
I found it.
Where was it? it?
I dropped it. It must have fallen out of my pocket. It was on the
You know
floor.
you dropped it.
It was on the floor next to the guitar rack thing.
You totally called it.
Yeah. Me too. Guys, stop swiveling around like that. It's really rude of you. Love the oversized look. Stephanie, why are you bragging about your foreskin? That's very rude of you. Oh, I've lost it again. Wonderful. Good news, everybody. I lost the mouse again. I will look at your comments. Hold on, let me find the mouse again. I think I know where it is this time. Oh yeah, it's right here. This time I didn't lose it, but I did leave it. Oh no! Oh God! Oh Lord! What's up? I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna close this window here. Okay, let's see here. Can you put the chemicals in your weed like the stuff, that red dye stuff? I mean, I don't know why you would do that. Keep that manure potting soil with the weeds in the house or outside? Oh, I keep it outside. Well, I mean, if you're growing outside, Dustin, you have to wait until spring, after the last frost, ideally, and you start them inside, just like in the kitchen or something. I usually start them in between some pieces of wet paper towel, and then once they get started and you have a nice little sprout, then you put it in potting soil. You could just get one of those 6 seed things as well to start them with. Regardless, once they're big enough, a little bit big, then you plant them in the ground outside after the last frost, and then they grow big and tall and produce lots of buds. This bowl is for later. My sex is on fire. We are going to Oakhurst to the bank and the post office. We have to go to the bank in Oakhurst because I need to deposit this check inside the bank. And then we've got to come back here after we go to the bank and the post office. And I have a typing session at 10:30. We have a Rachel's family video conference at noon, and then I have another typing session at 1. So I've got a lot of activities today. Then we have to go to town to Mariposa to the grocery store after that. And that's one to grow on. You always wanted to try growing yourself. It's super easy as long as you do it outdoors. Like, it's called weed for a reason. It grows like a weed. The only thing that is the case about it is it's water intensive. If you're growing outside in the ground, then because you can also grow outside in pots, which is also easy, but you're just not going to get that much yield compared to in the ground. If you get them going in the ground and as they get growing up a bit, they become very thirsty, and you have to water them every day, pretty much, maybe every other day. You can tell if you're growing them outside and they need water because they'll start looking a little wilty. It's pretty straightforward, But I watered mine every day. I didn't fertilize enough this past year. I probably fertilized a little bit more this year. And the reason I didn't is because I just kind of was half-assing everything. I don't know. I had one in isopropyl alcohol. That song, you hate that song? I hate that song so much too, G. I hate that band so much. It's called My Sex is on Fire, I think, by Kings of Leon. You mean you don't like Pucker Tart Lemon Squeeze? Real loopy on the stem. I don't know. I mean, the thing is, if I were growing indoors, the first thing I would suggest is that you definitely plant in potting soil, which you did, rather than try to do real hydroponics. Real hydroponics means you provide everything to the plant. It gets none of its nutrients from the growing medium. It gets it all from fertilizer. And the growing medium is just vermiculite. And then, so that's at the hardest end of this of the spectrum, and then the easiest end of the spectrum is in the ground outside. I mean, in pots outside is basically just as easy. It's just, you might have to water more. You're about to go listen to that song, what that horrible song, "My Sex Is on Fire." Are you talking about Pucker Tart Lemon Squeeze or "My Sex Is on Fire"? If you're talking about Pucker Tart Lemon Squeeze, I'm gonna play it right now for G because he loves it so much. I hate that "Sex Is on Fire" song, but if you like it, you go listen to it. I'm not telling you not to sway to the beats of Kings of Leon if you want to. All right, G. As per your request, Pucker Tart Lemon Squeeze. G's a little shy about how much he likes this song. So he likes to pretend that he doesn't like it, knowing that when he mentions that I'll play it for him. It's a little game we play. And he's really lucky because I'm not really in the mood for music right now, but I like G, so I'll do him this one small favor. One small favor for Eric, one giant moment for G. We're leaving in about 10 minutes, so just be aware of that. All right, here we go. Things set up for this. There we are. And as per G's request. Oh, well, he's Pucker Tart Lemon Squeeze, the friendliest guy that you will see. Yes, he wants to be your friend, but he comes from around the bend, and it will be a while till he sees you again. He's Pucker Tart Lemon Squeeze, he's a friend to you and me. He's international delights, favorite go-to right-hand guy. He's international like him, and also busy like his friend the beaver bee. Busiest creature, busy as a bee, busy as a beaver, and so much busier than Pucker Tart Lemon Squeeze. Well, he's Pucker Tart Lemon Squeeze, shabba-doo-ba-da-ba-ba-doo-da. Pucker Tart Lemon Squeeze, shabba-doo-ba-day. Yes, he's Pucker Tart lemon squeeze, shabba-doo-ba-da-ba-ba-doo-da. Pucker tart, lemon squeeze, shabba-doo-ba-day. And if you go to visit him for starts, remember to bring something sour or tart. He's not a fan of sugary treats because he's pucker tart and not pucker sweet. Well, he's pucker tart, lemon squeeze, the friendliest guy that you will see. Yes, he wants to be your friend, but he comes from around the bend, and it will be a while till he sees you again. Pucker tart. Yeah, that was pucker tart lemon squeeze. It's the second. It's the second night when you start to feel strange and you're wondering if the range is on. Sending sparks a soar in the kitchen sky. An actual night. Is there no top to the dark up above the shelves? Where she stores the chai above the sleeping forms of vivid mind figurines of Western lonely times. They lie beneath a million running suns. They're rugged and they're done with the actual night. It's the second night when you start to feel strange and you're wondering if the range is on. Sending sparks a soar in the kitchen sky. An actual night. Is there no top to the dark up above the shelves? Where she stores the chai above the sleeping forms of vivid mind figurines of Western lonely times. They lie beneath a million running suns. They're rugged and they're done with the actual night. That's okay. I didn't do a great job, didn't do a terrible job. It was 100,000 million years ago. Time ran slow. Nobody had to show place the slabs below and let them go. They will start to grow. Storm years ensue and tears gnashing through. A holy slabs come to view. Unchangingly true, eternally new. Growing the slope appears in charge today. Options at large show other ways. Take a chance now, once quick to check, but don't get caught standing on deck. The slope presents a fork. It's not easy stopping short. Too far along to turn around. Perhaps the better course was headed ever north. Now there's a fitter force. Enemy ground, enemy ground. That's a good song. But, you know, the guitar's a little loud. So, therefore, everything sucked. It was fine. Wasn't great, wasn't terrible. You know, that kind of thing. Living on a time frame I will never know. Alienation and humanity's soul. Imagine you a future after the collapse, returning to the agency of our delighted past. Picturing community, freedom, metaphysics as you're hunting buffalo while you're cooking your delicious knowledge of the seasons, wisdoms of old. Fire blazing in the night to keep away the cold. Hostility is kept at bay by what you think is in the way of life as children of the land, with an agave weatherman. Imagining a history that never could have been. You lecture at the college, advancement is a sin, lamenting disconnection in every corporate act, asserting all your feelings and ignoring all the facts. Hostility is kept at bay by what you think is in the way. What you think is in the way of life as children of the land, with an agave weatherman. You find modernity just so banal. Wish you had been born any time but now. They might allow of exceptions you might allow. I fucked up. My bad. You visualize nobility sipping on some port, or fries with you. You visualize nobility sipping on some port, or tribes of peaceful savages in beautiful comport. But few of history's people ever thusly did cavort, 'cause life was solitary, brutish, nasty, poor, and short. Hostility is kept at bay. Hostility is kept at bay by what you think is in the way. What you think is in the way of life as children of the land, with an agave weatherman. With an agave weatherman. I did a terrible job of playing that song. Terrible, terrible. Okay. Okay. All right then, fine. Play this. Rachel, you almost ready? Okay. If people were Jesus, they'd know as they think, and everyone's work would be true, and feelings once spoken would sit where they sing, and we'd all know just what to do. But people like Jesus, once they're betrayed. Why am I fucking up so much this morning? You know what? I quit the guitar. I give up. Don't give up now. You're almost there. Where am I almost? I realized the other day that I have 2 songs that are waltzes. I thought I really only had 1, but I also have. If a week from now we're in open flower, and tomorrow afternoon I'll be. Nature would never form democracy. I can't quite play that one, but that's another song I have that's a waltz. Actually, I have 2 waltzes, but I just need to remember out exactly how to play that one. What do I feel like playing of anything? I'll play What's the Big Problem? Oh, he came here with her. And what's the big problem that you can't endure? You seem so sure it's not appropriate blaming to blame things on Scott. Despite getting got, he got you reframing for him, straining for him, going to the gym to make yourself good enough again. Yeah, you guys both had lots invested. That's not a reason to stay around. Through the years, you've both been tested. Time to move up, find higher ground. Oh, he came here with her. And what's the big problem that you can't endure? You seem so sure it's not appropriate blaming to blame things on Scott. Despite getting got, he's got you reframing for him, straining for him, going to the gym to make yourself good enough again. Be done with him. I played that pretty well because I often have trouble playing that one. That was pretty smooth, I guess. It was better than terrible. All right, I'm ready to go. So, our tenderly sweet time together is reaching its end. For those of you who find yourself wiping away a few tears right now, don't worry. We'll be back before too long. Maybe later today, maybe tomorrow, but soon enough. Until then, enjoy a refreshing glass of cold water. And don't forget to eat plenty of cheese.